What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be making some pasta, but not just any pasta. We're making the best pasta on this planet, cheesy Alfredo pasta, where we're gonna put a twist on it. We're gonna add in a boatload of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and we're gonna make it extra healthy. That way, if you're someone that wants to eat good food, but you also struggle getting in your greens, your broccoli, things like that, then a recipe like this has you covered. Not only is this stupid simple to make, anybody watching can be a culinary anabolic chef in no time, but the amount that we're making is literally good for a 5-day meal prep. So if you got work all week, you want to put it in Tupperware, take it with you, it's going to be good for that. And for all of my lower calorie, healthier recipes, the anabolic versions, helping us stick to our diet, don't forget you can get all of them in my cookbook, available at the first link in the description. Everything in here is broken down, and every time I drop a video just like this one, you can guarantee the recipe you're about to watch has been added to the book for free. You get it, you follow the instructions in here, I know you're going to be better for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are ready to get another epic video underway, then as always, man, I'm here to do it for you. Let's do it! Yeah!
You're only gonna see me where I'm paid to be. I'm only watching TV if I'm watching me. Got it out the mud, now my Jordan's clean. Diamonds on me dancing, let them drip on me. Bring a couple bottles, put it on me.
So the first thing we want to do with this recipe is make sure we have the right noodles. Let me show you what we got. I'm going to be using Berea Protein Plus pasta, the spaghetti version, al dente perfection in 7 to 9 minutes. If you don't like some twisty nudes, you can always use a different version like this Protein Plus farfalla. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it looks kind of cool. And if we look at the nutrition facts, per serving is 190 calories and you get a whopping 10 grams of protein, along with 5 grams of fiber. Not too bad. So what we're going to want to do is grab a large pot, fill it with water, crank that heat up, get that sucker boiling, and then make sure you salt the water. And then once we see that that water is boiling, we're just gonna dump our pasta right down inside. Then just grab you a spatch and make sure you press it all down in until it's submerged, just like that. And I wanna boil this for about 9 minutes. It's gonna give it the soft consistency I want, but if you want al dente, you can do it a little less. But so I don't forget, I always like to set a timer. Now when it comes to making this pasta extra green, we're not using food dyes or nothing, we're using real vegetables. So what we need is a bag of spinach, roughly 280 grams, and then we need roughly 290 grams of broccoli. I like these steam fresh ones because we're just gonna pop into the microwave. It's gonna simplify this whole process. So we'll just pop this in the microwave for about 5 minutes, let it heat all the way through. Now that the broccoli's doing its thing, we're gonna get some garlic ready to help saute this spinach. I got 2 cloves right here. I'm just gonna take a knife and cut it into smaller pieces. Don't worry about getting it too fine at this step because we're gonna do something here in a little bit that's gonna take care of that. And then meanwhile, in the middle of chopping our garlic, the noodles finished, we don't want to overcook anything. That's why I always say set a timer. What I'm gonna do is grab a strainer and I'm gonna very carefully strain off these noodles. Ooh, getting a steam bath. Nice. Give it a little shake, strain out some of that water, and then once they're good and strained, we will just toss them back in the same pan. Now we'll just set this to the side while we finish up the sauce. Now I'm just gonna take my chopped garlic from earlier, I'm gonna preheat a large skillet and I'm gonna toss it in here. We'll go ahead and let this saute for about a minute, and then once we have it in a good spot, I'll grab my bag of spinach, I'm gonna pour it all down into our pan. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. Now this might seem like a lot of spinach, and that's because it is, but don't you worry. With this heat right here, we kind of just keep pressing down on it, moving it around, and eventually it will cook down. You gotta trust me, I got a PhD in tossing salads. And check it out. Told y'all that spinach wasn't gonna last. So now that it's cooked down, whoo, foggy. What we wanna do is keep the camera lens away from that fog and grab ourselves a powerful blender. I'm using the Ninja Foodie $100 version, one of the best kitchen investments you can make. Now I'm gonna start by putting my spinach and garlic right down in here. And then I'm gonna follow that up with the broccoli that we threw in the microwave. We're just gonna dump the entire bag right down in here. And now what I'll do is place our blender on a food scale, turn that sucker on. Then I'm gonna pour in 112 grams of fat-free chicken broth. Jesus, I'm making an absolute mess. Then next up, we're gonna grab a bag of fat-free mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna weigh out 112 grams, toss it right down in here with everything else. And then the final big ingredient we need is a 4-cheese Alfredo sauce, but you wanna make sure you're getting a low-calorie version. This is the best brand I've been able to find. One serving is only 45 calories. You'll easily find some of these that are 120, 150 calories a serving, so they're loaded down with fat. Go this route, and I promise you won't be disappointed. So I'm just gonna go in here with a spoon and weigh out 180 grams of this sauce and put it right down in here with everything. And then the final thing we'll do for our superfood green sauce is just add a dash of salt and a dash of black pepper. And as of right now, the only thing left to do with everything in this blender is, you probably could have guessed it, blend it. You might be thinking, we got all these veggies in here, we got all this stuff in here, how's that gonna create a sauce? But trust me, one ingredient I didn't tell you that was included in this recipe is magic. You're about to find out. We're gonna blend this on high for a couple minutes until this is a smooth green sauce. Let's go. Yo, check it out. After a few minutes, look at that. Look how runny that is, man. We got ourselves some green sauce. Now that it's blended, all we wanna do is take our sauce and pour it right down in here. I'm gonna use a spoon. I wanna make sure I get all of this cheesy goodness. And then once the sauce is in here, we're just gonna transfer it back to the heat, turn this up to about a medium. And then what we wanna do now is go down in here with a utensil of some sort and stir everything together until all of our noodles are fully coated in our green sauce. All the while this is heating up, making that sauce even more gooey, even more cheesy, and helping us create something truly magical. And once we got it fully mixed up and you can start to see the steam coming off of it, you'll know it's heated up and ready to serve. And now that our pasta's done, all I'm gonna do is transfer it carefully to a large serving bowl. Ooh-wee. Look at that. That is simply absurd. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We have a massive pile of super green, protein, creamy, cheesy Alfredo pasta, and it didn't require a culinary degree to make. If you're the type of person that can't be bothered to get your veggies in, then perhaps sneaking them in this way and making it delicious is the right choice. When I gotta give my dog medicine, I gotta put it in peanut butter. Maybe with you gotta put your veggies in your protein pasta. All right, man, we've been staring at it long enough. Let's give this thing a go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the party started. But first, you already know that the Anabar is the best tasting protein bar on the market, right? You know that, I know that, the internet knows that, over 100 5-star reviews on our website knows that. But for those of you super fans out there that are looking forward to the next flavor, we got these s'mores dropping November 4th at 4 p.m. Central. This is radically different than any of our other bars, but I guarantee if you give it a try, you are gonna love it. FinalBossFormance.com. Code RGF10 will save you 10%. And if you want all the up-to-date info on the launch, if you can't remember what I just said 60 seconds ago, then make sure you follow our social media at Anabar Official or follow me at the Remington James on Instagram. I'll let y'all know, I'll keep you in the loop. All right, man, first of all, can we talk about how big this bowl of pasta is? With this recipe right here, this is one I would split in either 3, 4, or 5 meals, depending on my layout of meals for that day, how many calories I wanted to have. But this massive bowl of pasta, let me tell you, you eat this whole thing, you are going to be a beached whale, but you're gonna be a healthy whale, a whale that's been swimming laps. Let me get in here, let me get a bite of that. Oh, goodness, can you see that, man? We obviously got the greens blended with the cheese, the smooth, creamy Alfredo sauce, a little bit of garlic in there. You already know what it is. 3, 2, 1, let go. Hot diggity pasta dog. Not only does this have a rich, creamy, cheesy flavor, you're getting your veggies in at the exact same time. And the crazy thing is, you can taste that they're there, but you don't really taste that they're there, if that makes sense. I don't really taste spinach. I don't really taste broccoli, but I taste healthy. It tastes like I'm doing my body some good. And after some of the torture I put my body through on the weekends, I could use a little more of this. The blend of cheese and Alfredo is just incredible with this. If you really didn't want to get the veggies in, which I think you should, but if you didn't want to, you could just completely drop those out, do the exact same recipe, and it's still gonna be amazing. Here's where we're missing those key vitamins and minerals. You're gonna need to get yourself a Flintstone vitamin to put on top of that, man. Just break one up and sprinkle it on top as a seasoning. And one thing about this recipe too, after experimenting with it for a minute, you will be so freaking full after eating this, it's not even funny. A lot of times when it comes to hunger, your body can mistakenly send signals to your brain telling you you're still hungry, but in all reality, you can be lacking in certain micronutrients. Your body's craving vitamins, right? It's craving minerals. So having something like this on top of all the fiber, on top of all the volume and the added protein, it's gonna do the job on making sure you're full. Now in this entire massive bowl of pasta, what we end up with for the entire thing is only 1,848 calories, 16 grams of fat, 120 grams of protein, 306 grams of carbs, 48 grams of fiber. And just for reference, if you were to split this into 5 meals, one for every single day of the week, each one would only be 367 calories, 3 fat, 24 protein, 61 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fiber. So depending on your calorie needs, you can really split this up however you want. You can make it for weekly meal prep, you could double the recipe, you could half the recipe, really whatever fits into your diet. Like I always preach, as long as you're hitting those calories every single day, you're hitting your numbers, you're getting that minimum protein in, you really can't lose. And if you wanted to add even more protein to this, you can always just cook some chicken real quick in the air fryer, on the skillet, whatever, toss it in here, which is typically how I've been eating at night. I'll throw like 4 ounces of chicken in with it, and it's really good. It's gonna boost that protein. 4 ounces of chicken or 112 grams is roughly 24, 25 grams of protein. So you wanna bring that protein number up? Have at it, Buster. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been sitting here eating on this thing, and I'm already starting to get full. So I'm gonna call her a final bite, and the rest of this is going in deep storage to eat later on this week. Actually, probably later on tonight. Who am I kidding? But we'll get one final bite in right there, and bingo. Cheesy, super green, super nutritious protein pasta that's green. I mean, come on, man. I think we checked every box in this video. Y'all gotta make this. Don't be discouraged by the veggies. When you blend them up in and they get incorporated into your sauce, it creates a really good creamy, cheesy Alfredo-like flavor, and your body's gonna thank you for giving it the proper nutrients, man. You've been neglecting broccoli your whole life. It's time to do something about that, am I right? And if you want more recipes just like this one that are healthier, better for you, have more protein, they're perfect for a diet, don't forget my cookbook is available at the link in my description. If you've already gotten it, then you know that your free update is awaiting. This recipe is now in there, so you can get to working on it tonight. Go to the store, pull up the cookbook, you know the ingredients, you know what you gotta weigh out, you know the quantities, the calories, the macros, you know how to do everything. If you don't got it yet, check it out. I guarantee you'll love it. Appreciate you guys as always. I am out of here, man. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Helps out more than you know. If you got recipe suggestions, as always, put them in the comments. If you comment anything for that algorithm, means the world to me. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Bam, bam, bam. All right, we'll do one more. Don't sleep on that, bub. She's a banger.